Think shopping at Dollar General saves you money and time? Think again. Today we're exposing why this popular chain might not be the bargain haven you believe. From prices that aren't nearly as low as they seem to troubling safety concerns in their stores, there's more to the story than you'd expect. Did you know some customers have encountered deceptive pricing practices right at the register? And that's just the beginning. We've uncovered jaw-dropping details about issues that could directly impact your wallet and even your personal safety. If you've shopped at Dollar General or thought about it, you need to hear this. Stick around as we break down the ugly truth behind their appealing storefronts. What you'll learn today could change the way you shop forever. Prepare yourself, because after this video you might never look at Dollar General the same way again. When you're shopping at Dollar General, you might assume the price you see on the shelf is the price you'll pay at the register. Unfortunately, that assumption could cost you more than you realize. One of the biggest hidden issues shoppers face at Dollar General is the alarming mismatch between what's advertised on the shelf and what gets rung up at checkout. This isn't just an isolated blip. It's a systemic issue that's affected customers across the country and drawn significant scrutiny from consumer watchdogs and attorneys general alike. Imagine picking up an item priced at $1.50. It might not seem like a huge difference at first glance, but for families on tight budgets, those discrepancies add up quickly. More importantly, they represent a fundamental breach of trust between shoppers and the store. Numerous complaints have flooded in from outraged customers who feel deceived, and some states are starting to take serious action. For example, in Ohio, authorities launched investigations into Dollar General after uncovering that as many as 20% of items in some stores were mispriced. The issue became so widespread that it led to temporary store closures, with state attorneys citing clear violations of consumer protection laws. These pricing problems don't just affect a few random products. They span across various categories, from groceries to household supplies, personal care items, and even clothing. Customers have reported being charged as much as $1 more per item than the shelf label led them to believe. Over time, this pricing gap can heavily impact low-income communities, many of whom rely on Dollar General for affordable shopping. Think about it. If you're shopping for an entire household on a tight budget, these discrepancies could easily derail your financial plans. Why are these issues happening? Critics point to a lack of oversight when it comes to Dollar General's pricing systems. Whether it's employees failing to update shelf tags or a corporate system that's poorly managed, the result is the same: shoppers overpaying for things they didn't intend to. Consumer advocacy groups have spoken up, urging the retailer to conduct more rigorous price checks. While some Dollar General locations have started implementing changes, such as updating employee training programs and re-evaluating pricing systems, the problem persists for too many customers. And it's not just about frustration at the register. Dollar General's pricing discrepancies have sparked multiple class action lawsuits from angry consumers who claim they were deliberately misled. These legal actions accuse the retailer of engaging in deceptive practices, and for Dollar General, those lawsuits are more than just a minor inconvenience. They're a huge wake-up call that highlights the need for clear pricing and honest practices. Ultimately, this problem serves as a cautionary tale for anyone who assumes the prices they see at Dollar General are as low as they look. Mispricing might sound like a small inconvenience, but at its core it represents something much larger. Retailers like Dollar General are entrusted to serve their communities honestly and transparently. When they fail to meet those basic expectations, they not only lose customer trust but also expose millions of shoppers to financial harm. Once you're aware of how common these practices are, you may find yourself double-checking everything, or better yet, rethinking your choice to shop at Dollar General entirely. 2. The truth behind cheap products. Dollar General's promise of affordability is appealing, but behind the low price tags often lies a hidden cost that consumers don't see right away. One of the most troubling issues with shopping at Dollar General is the subpar quality of many of its products. From groceries to household items, personal care products, and even children's toys, there's a recurring pattern of low standards that can lead to bigger problems over time. Take groceries, for example. It's not uncommon for shoppers at Dollar General to encounter expired dairy products, moldy bread, or snack items that are long past their best-by dates. These are more than just minor annoyances. They can pose serious health risks. When families rely on a store to provide food that's fresh and safe to eat, finding outdated or spoiled items on the shelves can feel like a betrayal. And it doesn't stop there. Customers have also reported issues with frozen and perishable goods being improperly stored, leading to spoiled products that can't be used. Outside the food aisle, Dollar General's household products also leave much to be desired. Cleaning supplies, for example, might seem like a great deal up front, but their flimsy packaging and diluted formulas often mean you'll need to replace them and spend more in the long run. Many customers have found their purchases breaking or failing after minimal use, from kitchen utensils and storage bins to simple cleaning tools. While these items might be tempting due to their low prices, the reality is that their lack of durability makes them a poor investment. Personal care products are another major concern. Shampoos, lotions and soaps sold at Dollar General often fall short of basic safety and quality standards, with some customers experiencing skin irritations or allergic reactions after using them. The issue likely stems from the use of cheaper, substandard ingredients, but the impact on consumers can be severe. Imagine grabbing a bottle of shampoo labeled affordable only to deal with an itchy scalp or a rash for days afterward. When it comes to items like clothing, electronics and toys, the story gets even more alarming. Dollar General's clothing often features thin fabrics that wear out after just a few washes, proving that buying cheap can sometimes become expensive over time. Electronics, which are typically viewed as a bigger purchase, fare even worse. Customers regularly report that items like headphones, chargers or small appliances stop working after only a few uses. And if you need to return or exchange an electronic product, don't count on a smooth process. Perhaps the most alarming problem of all lies in the toy aisle. Parents shopping for affordable toys for their children may find themselves purchasing items that not only break quickly but pose serious safety risks. Choking hazards, sharp edges and pieces that fall apart easily are common complaints from families who shop at Dollar General. The appeal of inexpensive toys fades quickly when they compromise a child's safety. While Dollar General seems like a convenient and affordable option, the reality is that these product quality issues suggest otherwise. Shoppers may save money up front, but they often pay more in the form of replacements, frustrations and even health risks. Instead of accepting these problems, consumers need to consider whether the supposed savings are worth the potential downsides. When you add it all up, the promise of affordability at Dollar General often falls flat. If you've experienced these issues firsthand, you're not alone, and it's a reminder that sometimes it's better to spend a little more at a store that prioritizes quality and safety. After all, no one wants to pay less today only to pay more tomorrow, both financially and in peace of mind. 3. Alarming safety hazards hidden in plain sight. When you think of walking into a retail store, you likely expect a reasonably clean environment with minimal risk to your safety. Unfortunately, that's not always the experience at Dollar General. For years, customers and employees have raised alarms about serious safety oversights that happen behind the aisles and at the heart of operations. These aren't minor inconveniences. We're talking about life-threatening and health-compromising issues that could make you rethink stepping into the store in the first place. One of the most shocking issues involves blocked emergency exits. Imagine being in a crowded store when a fire breaks out, only to find that your escape route is obstructed by stacks of merchandise boxes or shelves crammed into the walkway. This isn't hypothetical. These conditions have been reported frequently, showcasing a glaring disregard for basic fire safety compliance. A blocked emergency exit isn't just inconvenient, it's a direct violation of safety standards and a potential disaster waiting to happen. And unfortunately, these incidents aren't isolated. They crop up again and again in Dollar General stores across the country. Beyond the fire hazards, cluttered and disorganized aisles create a chaotic shopping environment that poses physical risks to customers. Many have reported trips and falls due to products strewn on floors or unsteady stacks of goods placed haphazardly on shelves. These hazards make navigating the store a frustrating experience for regular shoppers and downright dangerous for elderly individuals or those with mobility challenges. The conditions worsen when you take a closer look at sanitation, something every retail store should prioritize, especially one that sells food and household goods. Dollar General's restrooms are a prime example of this neglect. Reports abound of unsanitary conditions, from restrooms lacking soap and toilet paper to outright pest infestations. Yes, customers and employees alike have documented sightings of rodents and insects within the stores, which often thrive due to improper food storage and the general carelessness of the management. These infestations not only threaten hygiene, but also damage customer trust, particularly when you consider that these pests often come into direct contact with products you buy. The infrastructure of the stores further underlines a lack of care. Customers have reported ceiling leaks that drip water onto aisles, damaged flooring that creates hazardous walking conditions, and broken fixtures that never seem to get repaired. Such neglect isn't just an eyesore. It's a testament to the careless attitude some of these stores seem to have toward their shoppers and staff. It's no wonder that OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, has fined Dollar General repeatedly for ignoring safety protocols. Even the cleanliness and organization of shelves fail to meet basic expectations. From dusty products to spilled food that goes uncleaned for hours, or even days, Dollar General's lack of attention to these details paints a stark picture. Combine all these issues, and it's clear that the safety and cleanliness standards at Dollar General are miles away from where they should be. For customers, it comes down to a simple question. Is saving a few dollars worth exposing yourself and your family to potential hazards? 4. Exploited workers, corporate greed and environmental neglect. Even if the stores themselves were spotless and safe, Dollar General's corporate practices cast a dark shadow over their operations. Much of the critique surrounding the company focuses on its treatment of employees, a long-standing issue that's fueling widespread dissatisfaction and high turnover.
Dollar General employees often find themselves stuck in a vicious cycle of low pay, long hours and inadequate training, all while being expected to maintain the demanding pace of retail work. Workers frequently report being required to perform tasks well after their shifts have ended, without fair or legal compensation. This might mean restocking shelves, organizing displays, or cleaning up, a direct violation of federal labor laws. It's no surprise then that many employees express frustration at the chronic understaffing of Dollar General stores. With so few workers assigned to each location, the remaining staff is often left scrambling to manage the workload, leading to exhaustion and burnout. Safety for employees is another glaring issue. OSHA has targeted Dollar General multiple times for store conditions that fail to safeguard their workers. From improperly stored hazardous materials to blocked emergency exits and unsafe stockroom environments, these lapses are not only putting customers at risk, but also endangering the very people tasked with running the stores. The pressure to meet sales targets at the expense of workplace safety has created a toxic atmosphere, leaving workers feeling both vulnerable and undervalued. But Dollar General's worrisome practices extend far beyond its treatment of employees. The company's aggressive expansion strategy has often wreaked havoc on local economies. By setting up shop in rural, underserved communities, Dollar General has effectively squeezed out smaller, family-owned competitors. While having an affordable retailer nearby might seem advantageous at first, the long-term impact often includes a lack of healthy competition and fewer options for consumers. The businesses that Dollar General displaces are often those that supported local economies, making their closures especially damaging. On an environmental level, Dollar General isn't winning any awards either. For a company so reliant on large-scale packaging and single-use plastics, their efforts to minimize waste and conserve resources appear virtually non-existent. The majority of Dollar General products come in non-recyclable materials, and many store locations still use out-of-date fixtures that waste energy. These practices contribute to the retailer's massive environmental footprint, continuing a cycle of unsustainable, resource-heavy retailing that does little to offset its impact. The company's supply chain also invites criticism. Reports of unethical sourcing practices such as using factories abroad with inadequate working conditions are deeply troubling. Workers producing Dollar General's affordable goods often face unfair wages, unsafe environments and grueling conditions, all so that the retailer can sustain its rock-bottom pricing. This lack of accountability reflects poorly on Dollar General, especially as more consumers shift towards supporting brands that prioritize ethical operations. What's perhaps most concerning is the company's lack of transparency. When you shop at Dollar General, do you know where the products are sourced from, or how they're manufactured? Likely not, because these details are hidden away, leaving well-meaning shoppers in the dark. It's one thing to offer low prices, but another entirely to do so at the expense of workers, the environment, and local communities. Dollar General might position itself as a convenient and affordable option in an increasingly expensive world, but the hidden costs are monumental. Whether it's worker exploitation, environmental harm, or unethical sourcing, the issues reach far deeper than what's visible on the surface. For anyone with the option to shop elsewhere, it's worth asking, what kind of practices are you really supporting with each purchase? Is the slight cost savings today worth the ripple effects tomorrow?